Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every Thursday morning we take a deep dive into a new set. We're going to complete order. So the set we're checking out today is Astral Radiance. And then, of course, we're going to be highlighting a certain Pokemon, and we're going to be checking out their best cards in Pokemon history. And for today's video, that is going to be Latias and Latios. And we are going to do a giveaway today. All you got to do is make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, hit that like, and then you have to answer the question of the day. Which Pokemon do you guys like better, Latias or Latios? This card we're giving away today, World Championship Pikachu with that beautiful Mew up there. And the winner from last year's giveaway is the Sentinel Trask. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. And we do have to give a quick thanks to our video sponsor, and that is Punch-Out Gaming. This is my local game store that I go to in Minnesota, and it's the best game store in all of Minnesota. I've actually been to every single one of them. No one can beat their variety, and they're only located 30 minutes north of the Twin Cities, so definitely check them out. And of course, if you guys want to try out PSA for your first time, click the link, use the code BEER25 to get $25 off your first submission. But all right, let's get into it. We have Astral Radiance. This set came out May 26, 2022. The total set value is $1,400. So remember, we have a trainer gallery in this set. There's a lot of good cards in here. We got the Galarian birds. I do wish they were the regular birds, but then also for the Dialga and Palkia, they are the origin forms. But I think the Dialga and Palkia are some of the craziest cards we've ever gotten. I love these alternate arts. That one is just beautiful. Looks like a painting. The Palkia is actually based off a super famous art. That's why I always think that card is just so undervalued. Then it has the second most expensive trainer gallery with the Starmie V. This was the most expensive before Rayquaza took off. But the Machamp V is the big dog in this set at $211. I still wish we would have got a completely different Machamp. I really want to see Machamp fighting. You know, I get it's kind of adorable. He's helping people, but I want him in a stadium, you know, fighting some other Pokemon. That's how I want my Machamp. But yeah, $211 for that. Starmie, $130. The Palkia V now is $91. It's always been like a $60 or $70 card. Garchomp V Trainer Gallery, $85. We got the Beedrill V alternate art all the way up to $76. Then the Dialga V, $63. Sneasler V, $37. The Lilligant V, $28. We got a full art Jirachi V at $22. And then we got the Zacian V Trainer Gallery at $22. The Galarian Moltres V is at $20. The Articuno V is at $18. Got a couple rainbows for the Dialga V Star at $17. The Machamp V Max at $17. Got the Kingdra Trainer Gallery at $16. The one really good thing about the non-textured Trainer Gallery cards is they're actually super difficult to grade. So they are worth a ton of money in a PSA 10. But all right, let's check out some cards individually. We have the Hisuian Sneasler V with a pop of 1,095 in a 10, 907 in a 9. And this is an $80 PSA 10 card in March. And now last sale is $115. And like I said, raw, it's like a $30 card. Next, we have the Origin Form Dialga V with a pop of 5,400 in a 10, 3,900 in a 9. It's got down to $159. Now it last sold $211. And then raw, we got a ton of sales between $50 and $60. Next, the Beedrill V with a pop of 4,300 in a 10, 2,500 in a 9. Was at $121. Now last sold $203. And then raw, like I said, you know, it's getting up there. Got sales from $50, $60, $70, $80, even $90 for this card. Next, we got the Garchomp V Trainer Gallery. This was at $180 in a PSA 10. Now last sold $257 with a pop of 5,200 in a 10, 3,400 in a 9. And TCG players at $85. Next, we got the Palkia V with a pop of 5,600 in a 10, 3,900 in a 9. This is at $200. Now last sold $379 and TCG players at $90. Next is Starmie V. The pop of 9,300 in a 10, 6,500 in a 9. Got down to 266. Now last sold 368. And TCG players at 133. And the big boy, the Machamp V, got down to $320, up to $455, and coming down again right now. Last sold $408. Yeah, as you can see, you know, with the pop of 5,300 in a 10, 3,600 in a 9, all of the alternate arts are actually very easy to grade. Next, we have the Astral Radiance Booster Pack. This is at $8. Now last sold. So we got 20 of them at $9, $10. Otherwise, most of them are between $9 or $10. And here's the regular Astral Radiance ETB. Was at $103. Now last sold $165, $160, $150, $157. And here's the Pokemon Center Astral Radiance. Was at $168. Now last sold $219, $228, and $215. And we got the Astral Radiance Booster Box. Was at $370 for the longest time. Now last sold $425, $439, and $430. Finally starting to move again. But all right, that was it for Astral Radiance. Now we're checking out Latios and Latias. Yeah, we're going to check out some of these cheaper cards, kind of appreciate some of these arts. And pretty much every time Latios gets a card, Latias also gets a card. Most of the time. But all right, we got the Surging Sparks Latios 3-cent card. Beautiful. The Paradox Rift one is also super clean. Like, that is so nice. If that was just turned into an illustration rare, wow, that thing would be clean. Got the reverse holo. We got the Spirit Link. You guys know I love those Spirit Links. Super fun little thing to collect. Even got the reverse holo at 62 cents. I'm a big fan of the Latias from Fusion Strike. I love when you actually get both of them in the same card, which is cool. We got the Mega Latias EX from Mega Evolution. That's 62 cents. Got another one from Shining Legends where you get both of them in there. Super clean. Got the reverse holo for that. That's $1. Got the full art Mega Latias EX at $4. Got a couple more basic EXs at $4 and $5. Even got the full art Latias EX at $7. Got the Fusion Strike stamped Latias at $5. That's a promo. We're going to check out the Prism Stars. We got the Dragon Vault Latios. That's a super cool card for only $9. Fun little set to complete, in my opinion. And there's the Latias Dragon Vault one. Kind of cool backgrounds. Kind of a cool holo pattern. And I'm a big fan of the Sun and Moon promo here, because we got two different ones. Here's the Latios, and you can see it's got both. And here is the other version with the Latias. But yeah, Sun and Moon, 87 and 88. Those both are about $12 or $13 cards. And we got a basic Mega Latias EX from Roaring Skies and a basic EX from Plasma Freeze. I'll hop to the next page. Got a couple nice reverse holos. Got the Pop Series 7. Got the Heart Gold Soul Silver Black Star promo of Latios. That one is super clean. Got the full art Latios GX from Unified Minds at $26. Got a Latias EX from Plasma Freeze at $47. That's just a basic EX. So a lot of these basic cards can be worth a good amount of money. All right, now we're going to check out some cards individually. We're going to go from newest to oldest. First one, brand new Mega Latias EX. This is a pop of 7,910, 3,609. Was at 199 and 10, got up to 321, and now that's sold $294. And TCG Player has it at $96. Next, we have the Latias from Surging Sparks with a pop of 6,410, 9,809. Was at 440, kind of leveling out right now, right around $660. And TCG Player has this at $190. Next, we have the Latios Illustration Rare, also from Surging Sparks, with a pop of 7,310, 14,809. On TCG Player, this is a $40 card. This is at $155. Now it last sold $330. Next, we have the Latias Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery card. Very difficult to grade, 1,810, 3,809. This is at $140. Now last sold $358, and this is still just a $20 raw card. Next, getting to the Sun and Moon era, we have the Latios GX Rainbow from Unified Minds with a pop of 345 and a 10, 269 and a 9. This was at $220. Now last sold $438, and this is a $65 raw card on TCG Player. And we got the tag teams. We got 4 different tag teams. So here is just the full art. This is a pop-up 954 and a 10, 480 and a 9. Was at $350. Now it last sold $600. And this is a $100 card on TCG Player. Next, we have the same exact art, but the rainbow version. Last sold on eBay is $1,000 for this one. Raw. Says TCG Player is 172, eBay's 122. It's quite the difference. And this card only has a pop of 718 and a 10, 684 and a 9. Was at $634, and yeah, now we got a sale over $1,000. Next, we have the alternate art Latias and Latios tag team. This is the non-textured one. This is a pop of 1,387 and a 10, 1,400 and a 9. Was at $328, got up to $754, and now last sold $666. This is a $68 raw card. Next, the king of Latios and Latios. This is the tag team alternate art. This has a pop of 2,400 and a 10, 1,700 and a 9. Last sold on eBay is $18,426 for a 10. Was at $9,000 in April. And TCG Player has it at $2,700. Next, some of my favorite cards on the list. We have the Latios XY promo. And we also have the Latias XY promo. I do like the Latios much more. This is a pop of 2 and a 10. Last sold is $3,000, which was a while ago. And this is one of the more expensive XY promos. TCG Player has it at $115. And here is the Latias. TCG Player has this at $75 with a pop of 3 and a 10, 142 and a 9. And there is no recent sales for this card in a PSA 10. Yeah, $75 for this card. Not bad, especially it's from the X and Y era from a very, very expensive box. Next, we have the full art Mega Latios EXs from XY Roaring Skies. This has a pop of 32 and a 10, 185 and a 9. On TCG Player, it sells for $100. We got a PSA 10 sale is $5,900 and a PSA 9 at $290. Next, we got the Prism Stars. This is from Celestial Storm. We got the Latios and Latios, both of them. Very, very cheap cards raw. Latios is 14 and Latias is 12. But the Latios has a PSA 10 sale of $1,400 and a 10, 99 and a 9. There's only a pop of 44 and a 10, 172 and a 9. And same thing, last sold for the Latias and a 10, 870 with a pop of 47. So very difficult to grade. Pretty much every card we're going to click on from here on out has an insanely low pop, and they rarely ever sell at a PSA 10. Next, we have the Plasma Freeze Latias EX Full Art with a pop of 41 in a 10, 136 in a 9. Last sold on eBay, $5,500 and a 9 at $925. Says on TCG Player $70, but with these mid-era cards, I would probably go a little bit more with eBay so you guys can see the pictures. eBay has it at $150. And here is the Latios Full Art from Plasma Freeze. Everything looks basically the same. Pop of 45 and a 10, last sold 6,100. eBay has it at 163, and TCG Player has this one at 230. Kind of all over the place. We do have a 9 at 880. Next, we got a bunch of reverse holos. You guys know I love these with that beautiful stamp. We got the EX Delta Species Latias reverse holo with a pop of 68 and a 10, 143 and a 9. Last sold on eBay for the 10 is $4,100 and a 9 at $1,076. TCG Player has it at $159. Next, we have the Latios EX Delta Species reverse with a pop of 76 and a 10, 176 and a 9. On TCG Player has it at $225. Last sold in a 10 is $3,240 and in a 9 is $990. Next, we have the Latias from Holland Phantoms. Again, another reverse holo stand with a pop of 12 and a 10 and 116 and a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $6,100 and TCG Player has it $100. Next, again, reverse holo Latias from Holland Phantoms. They have 2 of each in the set. Says a pop of 9 in a 10, last sold $4,100 and 70 in a 9, last sold $540. TCG Player has it $118. Next, we have the Latios reverse holos from Holland Phantoms. Says a pop of 18 in a 10, 83 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $6K, last sold in a 9 is $1,100. And TCG Player has it at $147. And here is the other one. This is the Latios from Holland Phantoms. This has a pop of 26 in a 10, 95 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $7,950. Last sold in a 9 is $600. TCG Player has it at $100. Like I said, though, these cards almost never sell in a 10. Next, we have some EXs. We have the Dragon Frontiers Latios EX. This is a pop of 46 in a 10, 227 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $9,600. Last sold in a 9 is $940. TCG Player has this card at $330. Next, we have the Latias from Dragon Frontiers. This is a pop of 32 in a 10 and 252 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $3,100 and last sold in a 9 is $720. TCG Player, we got it at $156. And we have the Latias EX from EX Dragon. This is a pop of 87 in a 10, 445 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $12,200. TCG Player has it at $177. We do have a 9 sale at about $1,200. Next, we have the Latios from EX Dragon. This is a pop of 78 in a 10, 382 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $9K. Last sold in a 9 is $1,300. And TCG Player has this at $280. Next, we have the GOATs on the entire list. I'd rather have these than the Tag Team Alternate Arts any day of the week. We have the Latias Gold Star and the Latios Gold Star. So here's Latias here with a pop of 22 in a 10, 175 in a 9. We have no recent PSA 10 sales that I could find. We do have a somewhat recent PSA 9 sale at $15,000, and TCG Player has it at $1,500. It's incredibly hard to find it in clean condition. We got a PSA 4 at $2,300, an 8 at $77, a 6 at $43, and a 5 at $2,950. So even if you wanted to, pick up a 5 or a 6 and crack it out of the slab for your binder, you're still spending, $3,000. But we do have a somewhat recent sale for the Latios. Last sold in a 10, $51,000 with a pop of 28, and in a 9, $16,200 with a pop of 217. And we got a PSA 7 at $5K, PSA 8 at $7,600, a 6 at $3,500, another 7 here at $45, 6 at $4K. Yeah, they are very expensive cards. But if you don't know anything about Pokemon and you've seen that card, you wouldn't think it's like anything super special. And last on the list, we got some Japanese exclusives. We have the Pokepark Forest Latios. Super cool card. Looks like a kid drew it almost. Last sold is $1,200 in a 10, $198 in a 9. Pop of $129 in a 10 and $115 in a 9. Last sold on eBay raw is $70. And here is the Latias. Same exact looking card. $1,500 in a 10 with a pop of $100. Last sold on eBay is $44. And last on the list, I almost think this card is cooler than the Tag Team Lovebirds. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is the 2002 Japanese movie promo jumbo, and this card is so sick. We got a PSA 10 on auction right now, and the current bid is at $2,000. You can find this card in clean condition raw for a couple $100. Sometimes you can find it for like $100. There's going to be some scratches and stuff. But like I said, this is a jumbo, but look at how cool this is. We literally have Celebi, Mewtwo, Lugia, Entei in the card with Latios and Latias. Like, that's just crazy. And it's a jumbo, so it displays really nice. But I might bid on this. No joke. I'd love to pick this up in a 10. I did buy one raw when I was making the video, and then I ended up finding this one. It says PSA 10 pop, only 14 in the world, and the total pop is only 106. But I have a feeling this thing is going to go insane and probably sell for like 10 or 20 grand, probably even more than that. So I'm going to be watching it. I'll let you guys know what it sells for. Maybe I'll throw it in a Market Monday or something, but I don't know. I just think this card is crazy. But I really feel like a lot of those old school jumbos are just so slept on. I know now they're getting expensive because of the low pops, but even raw. I mean, for me to pick this card up for $150 in pretty clean condition is kind of crazy. But all right, that was this week's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. And if you guys could do me a massive favor and download the Fanatics Collect app, I'll have the link in the description. It's completely free. I'll be live premiering my Volume Friday and my Market Monday there every single Thursday night at 7 p.m. and Sunday night at 7 p.m. So you guys can watch it a few hours before you can see it on YouTube. But I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys there Thursday night. Then, of course, if you guys like this content, want to stay ahead of the market, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like, comment. If you guys want to support more, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Fanatics, all that. You guys know what to do. You guys are the absolute best. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my newest What If Wednesday, which had a super good first question, you can click the video above. Otherwise, I have an entire playlist full of all my other vending videos if you guys want to check those out. But all right, we'll see you next time.